down here in Florida with
Released
it, man.
surveillance video of what they say shows a 13-year-old shooting at an officer. Bob Hazen is in studio now. And Bob, the Polk County Sheriff's Office says there also will be releasing body cameras sometime today.
Yeah, that should happen later on today. He says the officer who shot that teen acted like a hero, firing back, even though he'd already been shot himself. And the surveillance video, they say, shows the suspect firing that shot. You can see it right here. The teen comes around the corner of an apartment building, and there's a flash from his gun. Then he runs off. Police in Lakeland say that person's a 13-year-old boy who was in a car that was believed to be involved in a drive-by shooting earlier at Simpson Park. They say 3 people jumped out of that car, and Officer Jamie Smith chased after one that they believe had a gun. They say that is the teen who shot Smith. He was hit in the foot, but kept on chasing him and shot the boy when he caught up with him. The Polk County Sheriff told us overnight they are asking the state attorney to prosecute that teenager as an adult.
He may be 13 years chronologically, but he's a hardened criminal.
Pause camera. See how the white man go? See how he go in when one of them gets shot?
Mm-hmm.
He may be 13 years old, but that motherfucker's in an adult body is what he's saying, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And by right, that little nigga hit that corner, boy, like he knew his shit. That little nigga hit that corner like this.
Wow.
He didn't hit that corner like this. Sideways, shooting like that. That little nigga hit that corner like this, man.
That nigga took aim. Mm-hmm.
Man, listen, TV land, y'all better stop underestimate these kids, bro. They're the next shit in, man. Children of the corn, like I've been saying, man. Children of the corn, man, is what we dealing with, man. Let's roll on.
Willing to shoot it out with cops, and we're going to do our very best to send him to prison for a very long time.
And the sheriff says the teen had also been arrested back in January for breaking into a car and stealing a gun, but was given probation in that case. Investigators say they arrested at least 2 of the 3 people who jumped from that car.
Hey, forgive me, man. Forgive me, but my youngin had that nigga on the run.
On my soul.
My youngin was on his ass, had him on the run, man. And he get hit in the foot, turn around and see the youngest turn around and run. He turned back around and start breaking. He said, I'm going to kill this little something, bitch. I'm going to kill this little nigger. This fucker that shot me in my foot. I'm going to kill this little bastard. And he knew it was a little boy, too. He knew if that was an adult, I couldn't see that motherfucker turn around and run and chase that adult.
Nah.
He probably would have fallen ass like he was running in the first place. Man, listen, man. These little kids are getting more and more equipped out here, bro. Don't underestimate these kids because they 13 and 12 and 14 years old, man. Don't underestimate their little ass. You feel me?
How old was he, 13?
13, man. 13, bro. 13. Hit that corner and retrieve fire on his ass, nigga, like rapidly. Bloom, 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 bloom.
Mm-hmm.
Feel me?
That's crazy.
No fear. And I know when they caught him, he was really woofing on him, talking shit. Like, fuck y'all. I know he been barking on him. They probably beat that little poor, slapped that little poor boy up and all kind of little shit up in there, man. Let's roll up.
Car 1 is said to be an adult. The officer who was shot is expected to be okay. Jason, back to you.
So he got a flesh wound.
Yeah.
But look what the captain come on and say. Take us out of screen, huh? We're gonna make that's another part of it.
And it gets worse all the time. As you said, we know that a Lakeland police officer was shot last night by a 13-year-old. The officer another officer then shot him. So we're talking about a mess to start off with. And now we learned something new. This was all started off with a gang-related issue. Now, all 3 suspects have been arrested at this point. The driver, Jermaine Julian, he is 19 years old. The accused shooter, only 13 years old, that's Wesley Dalmas. And Leonard Specht, he is a teenager as well. Investigators say the 3 of them were out in Northwest Lakeland last night, a little after 5, and shot at a rival gang member. Police responded to that and tracked down this car with the 3 suspects. The car stopped. The guys bailed. The 13-year-old turns and shoots Smith in the leg. Its second officer arrives and shoots the kid in the stomach and his leg.
Oh, wow.
So the officer that he shot did not catch up to him and shoot him. It was another
backup
officer
ended up coming, yeah, and he shot him. And okay, damn. So we just found out that this was a gang shooting, a gang incident. An officer was called up on a gang shooting, and he ended up seeing the car get away, and he tried to apprehend the suspects in the car, and they fled and bailed out in them apartments right there. And
Right.
the younger took the initial turn around and get him up off of him.
Right.
That means the other two youngsters that was in the car, they wasn't the shooters. They didn't have a gun. That's why they fled and got away and went separate ways. He turned around and took that pot shot because he had that gun on him, man.
Right.
He didn't take a chance to throw that gun and get rid of that gun, which means he got the weapon that was done in the crime with the shootout with the gang members as well.
Yep. They're gonna check ballistics and shell casings and
oh yeah, they gonna book his little ass. They like the white man just say, we about to make sure his ass go to prison for a very, very long time.
That nigga's confident about that shit too. I'm telling y'all. Them niggas know what they can do.
Prison.
Yeah, prison for a very long time. Yes, very long time.
No bastard.
Bad guys. I don't care that chronologically they're 14 and
Look,
13 and 19. These are who's murdering each other in the street. They tried to shoot someone last night. The police standing in the gap got shot. Keeping the.
Now I want to take this time and to say this message about this chief right here. What he just said to society is the same shit that Charlie be saying to motherfuckers, but in a form that you don't want to swallow it and accept it. Hey man, he absolutely fucking right now, man. It's the 13-year-old, 14-year-old, 12-year-old, 19-year-old that's killing each other in the streets. Fuck what he talking about. Listen to the message. Killing each other. He specified each other, man. So that should tell y'all something, bro.
Man, I got a park on the corner of my crib that I usually take my son to. It got slide. It's like a little park. It only got a slide, swings, and little monkey bars. It's grass, right? I woke up one morning, sirens. I go outside my door. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. It's a body laid out in the park. I can see it from my crib, right? I'm like, damn, police coming, all that. Come to find out the kid was 13 years old. He got shot by another kid that was, I believe he was 15 years old. Facts. Laid him out in the park. So yeah, what you saying is right. It's the 13, 14, 15, 19. They out here corning.
Yeah, let me get the word out of my mouth. The demonic system and the demonic influence is at its all-time high. And now it trickled from, the young adults first. The 24s, the 25s. That's what you see all in Chi and all in New York and all in LA, the burglaries and all that. And it trickled from them to the younger teens, 18, 19, and 17. Now they went from the teens, it's trickling down to the adolescents, man. Monkeys who's barely coming out of 10 and 12, 10 and 11, turning into teens. It's right there now at 12, 13, 11. You feel me? Just like the 13-year-old is on trial for shooting and killing somebody, and they try to book the mama, but they literally taking this 13-year-old to trial. You feel me? For a whole other case. So it's like, bro, we got to pay attention, America. We got to pay attention to them kids, man. Yeah. And I keep saying this over and over. A lot of them, they just want that hard love, man. They really want to be loved. They really want to be nurtured by someone who can teach them and guide them the right ways. A lot of these kids don't want this shit, bro. They forced into this life. A lot of them, they literally forced into this life. Feel me? That takes us back to Lil King, man. That takes us right back to Lil King being in the streets of Memphis. See, these are the type of children of the corns we're talking about. This is the children of the corn in Chicago and in Florida. Lil King is the children of the corn example as well. He's
10, right? Huh? He's 10 years old.
10.
King. Imagine if Finesse didn't take within the next 2 years. God forbid.
10 years old, bro. With a grown-up frame of mind already, though. Because he's that advanced, because he's around elder people, and he's learning faster than 10-year-old. 10-year-olds be playing marbles some damn way. Nigga chasing some girls. Not him. That nigga think about a bag.
Right.
You feel me? So it's like we got to understand the society in which we live in today, man, and the advancement in which our kids are in today, man, because of this internet. You feel what I'm saying? So they're being influenced by things that don't have nothing to do with home. Ain't got shit to do with home. All your great teaching at home can fly out the window because of the empowerment that this fucking social media have over us, man, as parents. What do you think about that, huh? I know this day ain't went to sleep on us, man.
Nah, nigga.
Be killing me with that silent mode shit, man. I think a nigga that with the big man syndrome again.
Nah. I had the mic on mute. I totally agree, man. With what you said, man. But somehow, as a community, we got to find something to change the narrative with these kids, because right now, it all started with kids raising kids, and it came from my generation. My generation having kids so early. So we had our kids so early, so we didn't know how to raise them. So it's just it's definitely a generational gap for as parenting, bro. And I think that's the main reason why these kids are what's the word I'm looking for, Cap? It's the main reason why these kids are rebellion and acting out so much right now, because there's no structure.
No structure.
It's just like no structure at all, bro. And just, it's like this old saying that my dad used to say back in the day, bro. What you do at home, you do away from home. So if these kids have no type of home training and no respect at home, if they disrespecting their mama, they disrespecting their grandma, they disrespecting whoever's running their house, what you think they're gonna do when they leave home?
Worse.
In the public. Yeah, they're not gonna be respectable in the public. They don't know that.
Exactly. So I think that's what we have a case of. Because even coming from your background, how you was raised, even though you gang banged, you still had a certain respect for your elders because of the way you was raised.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You know what I mean? Like like even today, like right now today, like I said, I do this all the time. Often it ain't sometime. If I'm in that situation, I see an elder, I go approach to help, because that's the way I was raised. You know what I mean? Like just a couple of nights ago, elderly lady was coming out of the store, and she was trying to get out the door, push the back. So I was already way ahead of her, in front of her. I stopped and looked around. I hurried up, spent back around real quick, grabbed the door open. I said, "Here you go, ma'am." And she said, "Oh, thank you, baby." She said, "Oh, somebody raised you?" I said, "Yeah, my mama raised me." She said, "Oh, yeah, I'm proud." She said, "Because you don't see that often. These kids ain't gonna help nobody." I said, you need some help to get the groceries to your car?" She said, "No, babe, I got my son at the car." I said, "Oh, he's supposed to be out the car, not at the car."
Right.
You know how many times I've been in the gas station and I pull up and I'm getting gas and I watch females pull up in their car and a punk ass nigga sitting in the car with them. I go, see, she ain't got no father, bro, obviously. She ain't got no daddy been on her and told her what to do and how to do it, because what the fuck she getting out pumping her gas for and she driving this sorry ass nigga in the passenger seat? You don't get your punk ass up out this car and pump that gas for that girl, man.
Right.
I done seen niggas get do it with their mamas, bro.
Nah, that's crazy.
I literally walked up to the car, like, "Excuse me, pardon my soul, but hey, homie, is that your mom's?" "Oh yeah, that's my mom's." "Man, get out the car and pump that gas for your mother, man." "Oh, you right, OG, you right. Damn, my bad." I literally done that a few times, and mother stumped me for that. Like, thank you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for
that.
Thank you for being the father figure.
Tell him, stop being lazy. No, they ain't no lazy, man. They need to be taught right, man. Nigga, get your ass about that car and pump this gas for your mother. You feel what I'm saying?
That's why we need niggas to like you to do that shit, because a lot of these niggas don't have father figures.
Like when I was in a relation and my girl told me she needed gas, nigga, we going to get that gas tonight. So when you get up in the morning, you already got your gas, you gone.
Right.
You ain't stopping in no gas station. You feel what I'm saying? It's like, nigga, come on, man. Niggas is backwards, bro. It's like, nigga, I'm not finna pull up nowhere at a gas station. I'm in the car with a woman and she gonna get out and pump the gas. I'm going in to pay for the gas for one. Then I'm gonna come out and I'm gonna pump the gas. Before I even went to pay for the gas, I took the nozzle out, put it in the thing already. And I went in and paid for my gas, and the gas has started. Grown man shit, man. Grown man shit. These lazy ass niggas in the car rolling up a blunt.
On their phone, on TikTok.
Yeah, rolling up a blunt while she pumping the gas. Roll camera up. You got something left last on that we need to hear?
Nah, man, I'm just thinking, I was thinking about what you said about
take us out of screen then.
No, I'm gonna leave that up because we're gonna play that. But I was thinking about what you just said about chivalry and how you was raised, and it just reminded me of A Bronx Tale. When
Collegial.
Great movie, huh? Fuck, you don't know about the classic, man.
Hey, you remember the door test?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just brought me back to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of kids, including my son, I be having to check him all the time. My youngest, like if we going somewhere, he has a habit where he want to go into the door first, and he'll open the door, he'll walk into the building, and let the door just close right behind him, except holding the door for his mother.
Right.
And let his mother walk through first. Then you walk through.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but it goes back to us teaching them this. You know, we got to teach these kids this. And Captain, bring me back when you was telling that story. I was thinking about the story you told me off camera about the subway station. The lady was struggling with her with a basket. Yeah. And you was going up the escalator. You was going down the escalator. She was going up the stairs, and you jumped over
the escalator
to go help her.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's real.
I was already down there at the top. Down at the bottom where I was going, and I'm looking at her struggle. So I had to jump over, leap, then and go the opposite direction to go help her. So I'm going up now, and grabbed all her stuff and brought it down. Then when it escorted her down. Yeah. And I didn't realize, I said, why would she take the steps instead of the escalator or the elevator? Yeah. But it didn't matter to me. Let me go help this old lady because everybody just running down the steps past her, walking by her, and she's struggling and got a cane. And I happened to look up like this, and she was in Spanish. So I really helped her. You feel me? Yeah. So it wasn't about the color, bro. It wasn't about the color. But I just know in our Black communities and our communities growing up, these were the things that we were taught by our forefathers, our fathers, our ancestors, our mothers, our great-grandmothers, our aunties, our uncles. So it was embedded in us. So we knew this. Even though we were gangsters, gang members, thugs from the streets, niggas still had morals, bro, and principles and values that we had to abide by. Because a lot of us live double life characters, bro. Our parents wasn't going for this shit.
Right.
Nigga, you got a mama 5'2" put hands on you. She don't care about you being 6 feet. Your mama finna try to wear your ass, hit you with the first thing she can grab her hand on. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So and that was the love that we got, bro. And that's the love that needs to be brought back into these households, brought back to these children. Listen, man, let me tell you something. Right now, the experiences that I've had in dealing with this shit when we talk about our kids, bro, because it's like, at first, when it's not hitting home, then you don't feel it. You don't really feel it because it's like, okay, you was like, why is all these kids acting the way they act until they hit home, bro? So until my experiences hit home where my own kids start going through their little shits, and I got to deal with certain shits on my own, that's let you know how much influence society and the impact has flooded throughout these goddamn globe over our kids, bro. It ain't no just, it's a certain amount of kids they picking at. It's anybody is vulnerable now, man, to get it. This kids. The great kids are the worst ones, bro. The ones who have been raised by the parents, who sacrificed their lives, who provided for them, give them a roof, a household. Those are the worst ones, bro. Because you had a chance. You had a start. You chose to rebuild and be an asshole when you got a mom and daddy. But the kids who don't got a mom and daddy, give them a chance. They be the ones that turn around and look up, they extraordinary. You be like, whoa, look how many kids that made it to the NFL, bro, without a father. But just a mama.
Yeah.
What a mentor in their life, a male mentor, and it wasn't even their daddy.
Yeah.
Because they want to break that cycle to not be like that sorry ass nigga or be like that sperm donor or use that as an excuse for their life to go on to be miserable. They broke the cycle, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The white system and their rules got our kids hating us. They got our kids hating their parents, bro. And they don't even know why they hate their parents. You got a parent or two or both. You fortunate than the kid that you run with who don't even got a mama or a daddy, period. But you want to complain and bitchy and act all out and shit. So as a parent, bro, that's why I always say, homie, where the mistakes has came in at, and when Unc mentioned that the generational gap, which is true, is because you got parents out here that ain't parents. You got babies that raised babies and babies that had babies. We grew up with parents that wasn't scared of our ass, man. I don't give a fuck how tough we was. Feel me? As tough as I was, my mama wasn't afraid of me. And my daddy damn sure wasn't afraid of me. My daddy would tap my ass up, man. You feel me?
Yeah.
Tough it all, nigga. Oh, you want to get out of line? I'll bust your damn head wide open with this 2x4, and I'm going to sit right here and wait on him to come. Say, yeah, I'll split this shit wide open to the meat. Because them the kind of parents we had. And because I grew up in that type of environment, and I decided to parent my kids the same way, it's a problem. So it's like, bro, you got to understand, it's the world we live in now, the society we in, and the rules have been changed and structured differently from where we come from. They gave these kids leverage to think that, just because you come out your mama womb and your daddy had you, don't mean you got to abide by their rules. It don't mean they got the opportunity or they got the authority to be able to give you corporate punishment. The fuck is corporate punishment, nigga? It's called ass whooping. Spread a rod. That's what my mama and daddy told me. Get your ass in. I'm about to tap that ass. Get on up in there. I'm finna whoop your ass.
Facts.
But y'all want to call it abuse and corporate punishment.
And you know something so crazy, Cap, and they wonder why America is how, and they wonder why America violence is so rampant right now.
It's at an all-time high.
At all-time high. But I check this out. You go to Singapore, go to Thailand. Guess what? Niggas over there minding. Cause guess what? They don't want to get that big old bamboo stick across their ass.
Yeah, it another thing that y'all everything y'all saying is on point, but one more thing just to add before we move on. Another thing that hurt our society, like as far as where we come from, is niggas removing the community can discipline the child as well. Not discipline, but like nowadays you can't say nothing to nobody else kid because them niggas will come through and I mean, like it was a certain point in time. If my neighbor saw me on Linden Boulevard,
village, you speaking on the village syndrome, the village.
Yes.
Village syndrome, basically.
Yes.
We have to go back to our villages, bro.
Because if now the village can't discipline us, you leave all that on the parent, and now you put laws on the parent to where the parent can't discipline. Now the kid has no discipline. Like it's just nowhere. They can go out and they can act crazy on the boulevard. They can act crazy in their crib. They just is everything's changed. Everything has changed.
Right. See, and another thing, these parents today is soft. They weak. A lot of parents are weak, bro. They are scary of their kids. I'll be damn, homie, if I'm gonna let mine run over me in any form, bro. Talk your shit all you want. You can woof, but you ain't finna whoop this ass. I don't give a shit how hard you think you is. Talk your shit. Feel me? But you run your ass on over here, I'm gonna do you like Big George say, I'm a big dog. Big dog. I'm gonna act like it. Talk that shit, George. Talk that shit. Listen, man. These parents gotta stop being weak, man. Before we roll camera, these parents gotta stop being weak and go back to being parenting. You shouldn't give a damn about how your child feel being mad of your disciplinary actions.
They'll get over it.
That's right. It's called hard love. Eventually, they're going to grow to understand, my daddy loved me, or my daddy loved me, my daddy cared, or my mama cared because they stayed on me. The parents who don't stay on their kids, it's so crazy because them be the kids that fuck around, get all the A's and the B's in school and move on to become something because they broke the cycle. I'm not going to be like these sorry motherfuckers that had me. So it's not an excuse, man. It's all based on the parents, bro. Parenting. Stop fucking thinking you your homeboy and you your homegirl to your kids. Sitting up smoking weed and drinking with your kids because they get 19 and 18 and think they grown, man.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Think they fucking grown and shit. Because you telling them your rules and they want to still do it anyway because they think they grown. Then get your grown ass up out of here and go get your grown shit together then. Get your grown world together then. Miss Grown or Mr. Grown. Let's roll camera, huh?
Community and the neighborhood safe.
Now, the gun that the 13-year-old used to shoot the officer and the other guns found in the suspect's car were all stolen. All three suspects, listen to this, are on probation, even the 13-year-old, for things like attempted burglary and other crimes. We also have an update on the officer, Jamie Smith, from Lakeland Police Department. He was taken to the hospital last night. Bottom line, he broke his leg in 2 spots. He is recovering. He's probably going to be released later today. Back to you.
Oh, my goodness. All right.
Who broke his leg in 2 spots? The officer?
Yeah.
Oh, from running? Probably from running with the gun shell in his ankle.
Yeah, he probably
fell. The shit up some more. So they're gonna charge the youngster with assault, attempted, stolen guns. Hopefully them guns don't have no bodies on them or other shootings. They don't book you for them shits too. So before we finalize this and close out, man, what's your opinion, nephew?
These niggas, these kids are wilding, just like we just said. It's been a problem. It's becoming more of a problem. They're getting younger and younger. And somehow we have to, as a community, come up with some type of ways to try to save these little niggas, man. Like, because they on demon timing, as we can see. I grew up in Southside. I mean, the niggas is running wild in Southside too. They just had a gang indictment with 35, 40 kids. Like, these niggas is teenagers in Queens. We have to find something. Like, we got to try to fix it.
Man. The resolutions is programs, bro. We got to bring all them programs back. The after school programs, the tutoring programs, trade tech programs. We have to bring back the programs. That's it. That's all. That's the resolution. Trust me when I tell you this. Imagine 30 kids who roam the communities or the neighborhoods daily, right? Why do they roam? They ain't got shit to do. Put them in programs. Give them incentives. Now they got other things to do. They got other choices. They're breaking their neck to go to the programs now when 2 o'clock come or after school come because they got other substitute, other things to go subdivide that time in and do something positive and constructive as opposed to just standing around on the block, smoking weed, hanging out and getting high. Next thing you know, a shooting occurred. If you ain't around, you can't be a part of the crimes because you in programs. So we have to, when we say we as the people and these funky ass politicians need to stop holding out on this money, give that money back to facilities and give it back to these programs, give it back to the sheriff department like you did in the 60s and the 70s when we were growing up. You didn't have to pay for a uniform, basketball, baseball, nothing. All your mama had to do was show up and pay $20 or $15 for your physical. You're going to get everything that was necessary because the sheriffs provided it for you. They paid for it through the fundings, man. They took them programs for a reason, bro.
That's facts.
So this is what we need back in all these inner cities. These programs, man. We need tons of programs and we need real community activist leaders. Not you fake ass activists that's getting the money and you heading for the hills and saying, fuck the communities. Because there's thousands of you out here that have done it and doing it right now today. You get this money, you go over here and get with these other structured organizations. Y'all use the black communities as a front, and then you get the money and you fucking run, man.
Give away some book bags, everything would be fine. Like, nah, these niggas need something to take their time, just like you said.
Programs, nigga. Like, go build $1 million facility.
Right.
Go build $1 million facility based on their money. Because it's been done all the time with the white folks. So who to say we can't do it?
There's nowhere in my neighborhood that you can go play basketball outside. I mean inside. And in the wintertime, nigga, it's snowing. So where the hell niggas gonna go? Like there's no gym, there's no none of that shit. Like they just took everything away. There's nothing.
We have all this great influence of the world over our kids. NBA, NFL. You feel me? The women's leagues, track, swimming, everything in this aspect, right? Then why ain't none of you motherfuckers coming down here building programs, real programs for the communities, so these kids have something to go on, man?
Niggas want to make restaurants.
Like for example, utilizing what's my boy, the singer, Akon. I love Akon's get down, man. His structure, how he gets down for his people. He's not from the States originally. Left Africa, came to the States with opportunity. He set goals for himself and he made it. He told his people, I'm coming back. I told my people the same shit. I ain't gonna forget about the Nixon Gardens. I'm not gonna forget about them kids down there, bro. I'm already in structuring shit so that I can go give back to my community in a form, in a way where my name is stamped on it for life now. I don't want to do more. I done all the feeding. I done the giveaway books and backpacks and Christmases. I'm trying to build some shit for my community to stand on, and my name is stamped on it for the rest of my life, even when I'm gone. The big homie built this. The big homie did this.
That's fire.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's my level. My solution is to build now. Feel me? We got a real big homeless epidemic going on in my community, and they sleep right under the freeway, right across the street from my projects. I done fed all the people down there before. I done went under them bridges and fed. I need to build some shit down there, bro. I need to structure something where I can take these homeless people and say, okay, hey, this is the Nino Cappucino Foundation. This is the Truth Foundation right here. And it's structured and built through Nino Cappucino. You feel me? So that's the level I'm on right now. That's where I'm on with it, homie. So it's like, we got to come up with these solutions and resolutions for these communities, bro.
Right.
To give these kids a chance. Because right now, they don't got a chance. So this is the results we're going to get. Self-destruction. Children of the corn. And it's going to get worse and worse, bro. If y'all don't pay attention, you keep overlooking it. It's going to be your kid next. You're going to be here crying, wondering what happened. Why my baby acting like this? Why they acting out? I said the same shit. My kids are suburban raised, nigga. I protected to make sure my kids would have to do no hood shit and live in no hoods and live poverty. But I still went through experiences of rebellions, bro. And last but not least, let me just say this as a father. I was a single father raising 2 kids by myself, twins. I carried a lot of anger because I was coming out of the streets. I'm trying to retire from the streets. I'm trying to change my life, but I'm still temperamental. And one thing I didn't recognize as a parent, and I say this from experience, so I want to share this to other fathers out there. Beware of what you bring home, man. I'm going to say it again. Beware and be subconscious of what you bring home. What I mean by that is you just had a fight on the block. And literally, you just had a fight. Whoop the nigga ass and you're mad. And you take it home. Now one of your kids do something, just that slip up of doing something, you whooping their ass, but not realizing this wasn't the time for me to discipline them because of my anger was already triggered elsewhere. And now you done triggered me even more. So it's like we got to be careful and constantly aware of that, bro. And it took my experience and me growing and then me having these conversations with my own children to realize that, and my relationship then, you know, of realizing that, you know, even with my stepkids, you know, bringing this home, that I was lingering anger into my household, and then it triggers to my kids, and you don't really realize this. So a lot of these kids, a lot of our kids, rebellions can come from within your own home, man, within the parent. And you're not aware of it and knowing. So I just thought I'd share that with parents out there, man, that we have to be constantly aware of what you bring home. Like a lot of girls, a lot of the single mamas, you got it bad cussing your kids out. You got it bad talking shit to your kids.
Right.
You know, I went there a couple of times my damn self. I'm not gonna sit there in front like I was a perfect father. I was perfect as far as taking care of my kids, making sure they got a household over their head. But nigga, when I got mad, I got angry, I said certain things to my kids that I should have never said. And I wish I could take it back and did it all over a certain way. But I only said it out of anger and the fact that I'm gonna make sure you don't take them routes or be like this person or be like that. When I shouldn't have said it. I should have dealt with it differently in a different manner. So I say that from experience as a father, a single father who raised twins by himself. I delivered them out the womb and I raised them by my damn self, man. Straight up. So on that note, man, I'm coming from a father perspective, bro. When we talk about these kids, how close it is when we dealing with these kids now. Not teens finna be young adults, but real kids. 10, 12, 11, 13 years old. Still got development to do. Even their mind.
Child.
On that note, what you got to say before we rock out,
No, go ahead and take her home.
No, nigga, you need to say something. You got kids too. You're a father.
Now I'm
Put some advice out there.
I'm pressing time right now. Go ahead and take us home.
Okay. I've got to get up out of here. You on the clock, man. But anyway, man, as 3 fathers, man, on this panel, straight up, as 3 devoted fathers. We not baby daddies. We ain't sperm donors. We are 3 fathers. 3 proudly devoted, dedicated fathers, man, on this panel right here, man. On that note, man, R.O.E, man, 2023, man. You already know what to do, man. It's the trio, man. We get it in. It's your favorite YouTube twins, man. Big Unc. And we got Tough Stino in the building with us, man. Riding shotgun.
Yes, sir.
The Mighty W. Until we meet again, y'all stay blessed out there, TV land. The Mighty W. Watts. W-A TTS. Talk to survive. We out here. Raka. I thought I hit him with some up.
Yeah.